This is About Town on Citi TV, the only show that brings you exclusives of what is happening on our street during this lockdown. As you may be aware, the COVID-19 has allowed government to put a partial lockdown on activities in the country. How are people adhering to this lockdown, and how is life for the ordinary Ghanaian during this period? Come, let's find out.
I see Chrome Yadina on ye say your betting me aye sayalen Nisubecha and Midem Yawe pass the way I know pass a young better ever chrome pa.
Now on Tias here, ever lockdown anything.
Okay, Mitia say ne fan say the way or ye nebia benya moye bia or the beboy and
moye dear Mwana Ope.
Me dem why na penny say bia obenya yale no adro moye ne sa yale no enkate e wo bibia edunu enkate wo na
ne me hu say o taxi mu aye empty and sales e kosan
officer sales na asem no sese am adwuma ne nyina basa maye because ye nyo bia amfa e wo krom aye din nti wona ma won kwa no be nam sa ene na haye no afi so petrol no so baby I dan de eba fon kakra ma yanka betimi ade aye sa adwuma na o si yen no na petrol no sese nso e wosro na ye adwuma no so o si yen hye ekire amanfo 2 e wo ekire animu obaako na wo hye ekire 3 a na police for no machi nti am adwuma no sese a ye hu so kra nti wonam kroma won kwa we nam sa na petrol nyina ahye
ulodi from a hefa to a hefa.
It's a media dropping medium baby or cobia metimadi wako.
And when you're dropping saying,
and the boss, Mukwana Menam Fiti, Tamaesia, Nobia.
Well, I'm still finding the views of ordinary Ghanaians on how they are observing the lockdown. I'm here with Solomon. Solomon, which part of Accra do you live? Ablekuma. So, how did you get to Accra Central?
Actually, it's very difficult because you get to your junction whereby you have to board a car, but because of the reduction, the number of has been reduced. Drivers also doesn't want to work. Yeah, so we have to wait for a long period of time before sometimes you can get a car to Accra Central. Yeah.
So ordinarily, I'm sure that you know the number of hours you spend before getting a car to Accra Central. Yeah. Tell us about that bit.
Yeah, actually, before the lockdown, let's say within 10 minutes you can get a car. That was from 5:30 to 6 that way. But now you get to your junction around even 7:30 and you have to wait for 1 hour, 2 hours before you can get the car. Yes.
So it's difficult as it is for you to get a car to this place. But how are you managing with the situation? Doesn't it affect your time of getting to work?
It will definitely affect the reporting time. But like we are all aware, it is a national thing. So our employers too, one way or the other, have to cope with us. Yes. Even though it is not difficult, it is not easy now. They have to cope with us. Yeah.
All right. Now, tell me about. I know sometimes there are roadblocks across certain joints when you get into Accra. Tell us about that bit. I mean, from Ablekuma to Circle, I know there are about 3 roadblocks on the road. Yeah. Tell us about that. I mean, and how police officers are dealing with that.
Yeah, with that aspect, it is working. Yeah, the military and the police, they always stop the cars, inspect if the directives the president give is really working. Yes, for that one. And from Accra Central to my place of work, that is Accra Financial Center too, we have barriers there whereby the military people are checking the people moving, their ID cards and stuff. So with that aspect, it's working. Yeah.
This is About Town on Citi TV, the only show that gives you exclusive access to the lives of Ghanaians during the lockdown period. I have here with me Alberta. She's a caterer with the Children's Hospital in Accra. She's going to tell us how she's dealing with the situation. She tells me she walked all the way from Arena to Kokobod area. Alberta, why did you walk from Arena area to this place?
Because there's no vehicle.
There's no vehicle?
Yes, please.
So how are you coping with this situation? This is day 2. It means that every day for the 2 weeks you are going to be walking from Arena to this place.
Even from, I don't know whether I will get it to Old Barrier. I'm going to Old Barrier.
You live at Old Barrier?
Yes, please.
So tell us, how do you commute to this place every day since the lockdown started?
As for the morning, we normally get a car to come back. When we close from work, it's very difficult for us to get a car back home.
And this is affecting your working hours, I guess. How are you taking this?
The government should do something. If they will provide us with a vehicle, so that when we close from the day, they will come for us and then we go to the house. Because I don't know whether I'll even get a car to the house.
You are part of the essential service people. For that reason, you are at work. You are telling the government to sort of provide some form of transportation arrangement for you. But beyond that, I know there's Uber, there's a Trotro and all that. Why don't you opt for that?
The Trotro, when we were coming this morning, they were complaining that they are not getting passengers. And also the number of people that they are taking is affecting them. So even as he decided that when he comes here, he will go back and then park the car. So in the morning, you will see them patrolling, but this time they are all gone because of the lack of passengers.
And it's taking a toll on you?
Yes, please.
So how so? It means you are going to spend more in transportation?
It means then I have to take drop-in. If I have to take drop-in, I'm going to pay more. And
how much will you spend on a drop-in from
Ghana City?
Oh, every day?
My house. I live at Old Barrier, Pleku. So if I have to take a taxi straight to the place, then I have to pay 35 cedis for it, which will affect my monthly salary.
What do you think about the lockdown generally, the whole coronavirus situation?
It's okay. To me, there is okay. But the vehicle is a problem. I don't have problem with the lockup. The vehicle taking you to the workplace and taking you back to your destination is a problem.
This is About Town, still on Citi TV, the only show that gives you exclusive access to the lives of Ghanaians during this lockdown period. Let me talk to some people who are doing business during this lockdown period. Eja, Mbacho, saying?
Hey, yo, boss.
Mamusa Uchini, Mahifana offer free out they call.
Well, the CMB, I do call Kufo Station here. Echo Yellow no, so I do call Bukwasi.
Now, what's a set lockdown be or how I say you say you PA, you say I mean your COVID be a person because of COVID-19.
Oh, meaning Baba shop on and order smile say and load in the man in smile.
Now, on your show say a police for what has to me how because it needs a PA free baby or baby okay.
Oh, come see greater crying to him say I cry until Kufa bus station home. What they are called Bukwasi.
Now, lockdown business at the same amount.
It's like demonstrations. I'm a business and you cry and yet to man and you want to one was a gun I had. Oh, yeah, I was in a heady. Why wouldn't say I'm for ya? But then on Betty. Still run all those points and going on pack light. You must find one.
Light, no, I didn't light. Scan send our budget.
20 Ghana.
20 Ghana from Offer Free
CMB. Oh, careful more. Kufa bus station. One yellow deer.
There be a lockdown, you shall say, or call and pressing.
Oh, and nko bi da. Nko na first time. Mo cry do small me yes I dey. Me da me shada and chu tro ba shop na no do small me. Me shada and chu tro ko. Nti nda pe na yo me use we na ye.
That's John Texan sharing with us how he's coping with the lockdown during this era. Now, let me go to the CMB area to find out how residents are coping in these times. This is the main entrance to the CMB lorry terminal and market. Now, when you get here, the first thing you see is the barrier put together by the police. Now, 3 police officers here checking residents here who would want to come and do business during this lockdown period. Let me get in there and find out how residents at CMB are coping with this lockdown. This is About Town on Citi TV, the only show that gives you exclusive access of the lifestyle of Ghanaians during this lockdown period. I'm currently at the CMB market. Now, when you're entering the CMB market, on your left and right, you see traders displaying their goods, tomatoes, you see banana, and what have you. Now, let me talk to some persons who have come to purchase. Eja mpacho impom saying. Now, who free for now better idea why?
Oh, me fi akra ya meti central chiwa.
Na se central ka obeti mi ato niam ni bi wo ade na oba say.
Oh, that be central dey send when. Central police station chiwa ara me wo. Na I say we say so beto bi kakra na de koma nkola na wo fi. Ti be bia me fi ni de ho a be bia me gina na ahaya na me wo. Enti ho nwa bia enti. Na totron se ne dey adwuma tom so mo me nya adwuma bi enti say me ko fi.
Na lockdown no say na ofasi ediso.
Lockdown de ye said your man penny be can say would you tum Ghana de man penny bia de obeka bia say would you tum so man police nsu ni ho a untimi tena wiase unti soldier ni ho a untimi tena okita phone ko obi be bo waje eti the best thing said your man penny can yanyi tum ya fanya adwuma yeso ya je tum oh ebe effective and so ebia sisi e gina ho ebia miniska bia na mabusu ani bia wu a se me lokome store na makọ miniskanti me nka say miniskanti me ntina me store ho mabusuani bi ewu me krom a mefo ka akọ me krom se me koye yie timetima lokọ me store no be 2 weeks what I say na me kọ enti we aba ye entrance 2 weeks no ye we de nyame be oh ni ma pa de bi amafo me ka adwadifo no me fo me ka o ka am se gali 250 Gali
250 Ghana cedis and 25 cedis.
25 cedis. 25 cedis.
Olonka bako. Gary I dey bunch here.
25 cedis. Ebi kwa ton 30 Ghana. Bi kon Gary 30 Ghana. On be for me card bi a trotro no mo ka ho asem. De bia nyama bo aye dey. Oh na 6 cedi. 7 cedi ni 6 cedi Gary no. Ti nyama bo aye dey. Ti esa aban ne hwe na o ka kire ma no no mtete nyama so. Se won komma. Se won komma. Nti yesa aban ne hwe na otete aniama no so man o ka kire dwadifo ma no o show se no wa share se entra fie no se o show se aniama no ton ni sin ya se trotro fo fa 22 ye fa 22 dia ene so hye ma no so ton ade ni sin na o ja obi aso obi anton na ade an ka kire trotro fo so mo fa 22 dia ene ase wo kom wo ko gesi trotro fo mo se de wa o ka kire trotro fo so mo fa 22 sa na se o ka kire dwadifo ma no so mo so nteniama so ye ba ne waton abade abode an ye chunko ne anyim ne amanyina funzam.
So bright men who sharing with us how prices of goods they buy are really high. But let me get close to some of the market women and talk to them. Mami, over na tete.
Oye mi bla.
No me on we aka no on ba market police foko ame febo no ko mi na me ke febo.
Che ame yese. Maba. Ame yese kelole ni bi afa suesi. Ni gbe me ko me hu yen ke na me hu mi ke ojogba.
Okay, ame febo mi ni.
Ame kelole yen wo se. Ni yen fe ni gbe ke be police baby police bi e. Ne keke ezimi e wo ni bi afa chimbushi ni jofe. e wo lole la me ke yan se feel like sigba here ni water eyin ni wo ba ho mi e won feel like bia na lesa na me wo fe mi water si ni wo hon ya ke se wo be gba e won sani e fe ni
be lockdown we akenya ke fio jala nye ho ye nye area mi nye mami nye ka ba along nye ka ba Accra Business Central District ni maba ni olene ken you know ba oke oje kaswa no ba bia
ho ni ye
be ni oba nyo ho ye kaswa
da bi jamele mbegbe jeme bia na ni ye ogbe e won ni ba ni bia tanko e won ni bia tanko ta ma fete ma ya eja kasi amo ke soto ke sebe ken si ni tebe no ma ba fen poto no e won ni ka ba ka tabnye na mena no mi ya ne tanko anya ma si ya kasi kan wo ga ho ni loni ko ni e poto abambo e wasa no ho ko ho gbe na pe ya kente nka mo ko bes
ni noni nu shishia ke oje kaswa autu senya East Municipality jeme akenya ka cross ke bagama mi no oba ewo ka obu mlai
na bu ko mlai kasi ya bia dani na kansani e happy imba bia dani na kansani e happy e won fe joma ka drama ni bia ni ka ba eta ni ya nta bia kura kasi ka nta bia sa de ba ye ni e won ma ya no ni government area ma ye no pepepe ma hale ni $20 fe mi aba
ewo ngmene no ba o honi bi
ni bia fa hwe ana no fe ba sa no na hwe nka amasi mi me ko ni ka drama ka man ka ni nya ho ka tape mi ya agashi no ni government area sa ni ka bula fe mi hale ni masija no ma ya 2 weeks e baba no